Sue with Everyday Artisan again. It's been a while, but like most people, summer gets a little hectic for me. But I have gotten some of my project work done. You will probably notice that I am wearing the eBay Redux shirt that I had purchased and was hoping to dye black to match my project, which is the car coat in the tartan stencil, black fabric with ochre embroidery thread. So I saw this on eBay. It comes in like navy. And when I opened up the package, well, you should go back and watch my eBay Redo post. But when I opened the package, there were a couple beads missing. There was what looked like probably a bleach stain or something like that on there, and some loose threads. So I decided to try to fix it up my way. And so my last update shared that I tried using a jacquard dye using the washing machine method, and it was a bust. And so this time I tried using RIT dye, and I used just the bucket method where you put hot water in and the dye and some salt. And I thought it was going to work, but then when I rinsed it out, it still kind of has a navy tinge to it, which, let me turn that light on, that would help. You can't really tell, I don't think, until you see it up against the coat. And then you can tell that this color, I think, still has a bit of navy tinge and is a lot more saturated, where the black fabric from Alabama Chanin on the DIY kit, I'm not going to say it's washed out, it's just not nearly as saturated as the color here. And so I don't think I can get away with wearing them together like I hope to. That said, this is adorable, and I can probably wear it with a pair of white jeans and it would look fantastic. If I were really going to make something of it, I went looking on eBay and Etsy today to see if I could find if anyone sold the antique gold metal beads in like assorted shapes, and I kind of found some things, but not really. Actually, I found I could probably get away with buying a couple different shapes in a silver metal and get away with that, because I think silver would actually look better with the blue tint, and the stitching on it that it's now is gray. So I almost feel like silver would look better. So am I taking all these beads off and putting silver on and then putting these beads on a black Alabama fabric corset that I make? That's a lot of work. Not now. For now, I did get started finally on the pencil skirt to go with the car coat. So I am moving along. And I wanted to tell you how far I've gotten in the car coat as well. So the last time I talked to you, I had assembled everything, but I had not actually stitched on the collar or and I'm gonna look somewhere else, the facing. And so that is now done. Here, I'm gonna show you the right side. That was the wrong side. So I am not a trained sewer by any stretch of the imagination. So this was a trick for me. I actually ended up sewing on the collar, taking it off, and taking it off like 3 different times. The first time, you know, Alabama Chanin has a saying, you should always pin to the center. So line up your edges first, and then you kind of work your way towards the center, because then you can work the material in as need be. And I didn't do that at first with the coat, because you attach the collar to the back at the top of the shoulder seams, just this short area first. And then you're supposed to put your facing in and then fold this over and stitch this on top. So there really wasn't end to end to work with. So I started with the center. I folded the collar in half. I said, okay, that's where the center is. The coat itself has a seam in its center. So I was like, well, I'll line that center up with that center up and it will work. And it didn't. When I finally got it all attached, my little area on this side was like 1 inch and the one on this side was 2 inches. So obviously that's not gonna work or look good. So I had to, like I said, 3 different times it took me to get it on. I'm still not sure I got it right. It looks okay. Not fantastic. This little area right here is always tricky for me. And then, like this area, you can see that it is just still a flap. I think you can see that. I'm either going to need to tack that down, or when I finally attach the snaps, maybe, it will all lay down better, because as of right now, when I put it on, I always spend a lot of time doing this to try to get it all to lay down correctly. I think I got it. I can't tell, it's too bright in here. Okay, and I think when I showed you guys before my unpacking, I forgot to show you, they did come with the size 7 snaps, which look like this. I have not put snaps on before, so that'll be a new experience for me. So that'll be a fun video for the future. And I also have not finished the pockets and put those on. Both the pockets and the snaps are, I'm calling them optional. I've already worn this to work one time without it and loved it. The other thing that the instructions would have you do that I haven't done yet is to make clean hems all around the bottom, to fold it under and stitch it. And I haven't done that. Like, if you can see on this skirt, it's very much just a raw hem. So I kind of like keeping my hems raw to be consistent. The only thing with that, and I'm not sure if you can see, is I'll end up with a little thread every once in a while that dangles out. So maybe I can find a way to tag that thread down so it's not a little dangly part. But I like to keep my edges raw. Okay, I'm going to now do a little fashion show for you. So this is one of the reasons this kit was so appealing to me. I think I showed you on the last video that it was kind of inspired by the one Alabama Chanin collection item that I've ever purchased, which was the Penelope skirt, which was black and peacock and ochre. But I've bought a lot and made a lot of just simple ochre pieces as well to kind of add on to my collection to wear with that skirt. So that I was thinking this jacket would match all those ochre pieces. In this particular case, it's just a little A Chanin, their machine sewn line tank. And I actually also have it in the long sleeve version. So that's going to be really nice. I'm not trying the long sleeve on today because even up here in the mountains, I think we're in the 90s today in Virginia. And here is the outfit as I wore it to work with the tank still. I tried to have it stick out a little because I think it's cute having that little bit of ochre. This is with the Alabama Chanin machine sewn line ribbed skirt. And I continued to wear the ribbed skirt, but then I changed out the tank for a corset top that I made a while back, which is really kind of neat because the corset top is black, so it matches the facing that shows on the little lapel of the jacket coat, not jacket, coat. So that's kind of cute too. It's interesting, I noticed that I've worn this skirt a whole lot more than the corset because the corsets run a little low, so they're certainly not work appropriate. But it's definitely, I was talking about the color difference between the saturation in the eBay shirt. There's even a color difference here as well. So it's something to watch out for. I've got one more thing I kind of want to try, just to play a little. Okay, my dog is like, what are you doing? Okay, I'm not sure I'd go for this. One of the things I love about some of the Alabama Chanin clothing is the layering that she does, and it's pattern on pattern, and this I thought would work because it's a neutral. This is a natural tank with her faded fabric underneath. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me in the comments down below. Yes? No? We'll see. I just want to say thanks again for following along on this journey with me. I'm looking forward to getting my pencil skirt all stitched up and seeing what different options I could do. After playing dress up, I think I want an oak or something that's a little bit longer, but it really gives me a lot of options to play with. So I'm really happy with my car coat. And if I ever do add pockets and snaps, I'm definitely going to share it with you. So like, subscribe, and keep in touch, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer.